Get out to L.A., Myles Garrett rocking the 95 as a Los Angeles Ram. Cleveland Browns trading the two-time NFL defensive POY, two-time Pro Bowl pass rusher Jared Verse, and multiple draft picks. That deal going down on Monday. One of the biggest trades ever involving a defensive player. Now, Rams head coach Sean McVay said the trade prompted him to reach out to a former Rams legend. We have a current SportsCenter legend. His name is Jeremy Fowler. Our senior NFL writer is with us. What is the likelihood that 10-time Pro Bowler Aaron Donald comes out of retirement to join Myles Garrett?
Yeah, Randy, the Rams are leaning into this possibility. They believe it is something that could come to fruition. They don't have any sort of firm answer. They know Aaron Donald has to get himself ready. I talked to GM Les Snead this week about the Myles Garrett trade. I asked him about Donald. He said that Donald is a principled individual. He won't come back unless he's all in, ready to go to be his former all-pro self. Could be a situation where maybe he parachutes in late in the season, kind of like a sniper, get the last few games in the playoffs, helps him get over the top. Sean McVay has been in contact with Aaron Donald this week, but that's not out of the ordinary. They typically talk on occasion. So, Look, the Rams feel like if they got Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald in the same defensive front, they'll be somewhat hard to defend.
I think so. And listen, Donald, for his part, has also spoke to Pat McAfee about this and said, got my wheels turning. All right, as for the people that those two would hunt, how about some intriguing quarterback battles already heating up across the National Football League? You're going to run through a couple of them for us.
The inside track to win this job, but Shedeur Sanders has had his good moments in OTAs, including last week, was throwing the ball well. So giving Todd Monken, the head coach, something to think about. So the Browns feel like if Watson is the guy, if they can just get 80% of what he was in Houston and he can be healthy and show he can be healthy, they might have something. But the next few days coming up will be big. They hope to have a starter by training camp. And you got the Vikings. So I'm told between Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy, the Vikings are comfortable letting this play out a little bit longer. They're not pressed to name somebody the first-team guy or give a guy first-team reps. They are splitting it evenly still. They're committed to a true competition, even though the belief in a lot of league circles is that Murray will eventually win this job. However, a Viking source told me McCarthy has learned to throw the ball better. He's layering it. Not everything is a fastball anymore. So throwing the ball with more pace, which they like. And then the Falcons. So they're going to get after it the next few weeks. Coming up with minicamp, Michael Penix in a different situation than some of these other guys competing for a job because he had the knee injury. He's still coming back. He's been doing 7-on-7 work. Next steps are getting cleared for contact for 11-on-11 action. So that's going to be a process. Meanwhile, Tua Tagovailoa has been showing his accuracy, which head coach Kevin Stefanski says is number one on his list for all quarterbacks. So it could give Tua the inside track eventually. All
right, well, the Falcons and Steelers with someone starting under center in week one. That is the opening matchup. Jeremy Fowler with the insight on SportsCenter.
Got some comments this week about being happy where he is and all that. If I said he's going to finish his career a Raider, is that an overreaction?
I think it's an overreaction. I do think this is the next big name we talk about once the season gets going. If he's playing and showing himself to be healthy, he already got traded once this offseason, so we know it's something that they can do and that they would consider. So if the Raiders fall out of contention, if he's playing well and he's healthy, I know they're still getting calls from teams. They just don't have the price they want yet. If that price goes up, I think he could end up moving.
Harry, you think we see a trade involving Maxx Crosby?
Yeah, I think one team, they won the NFC North last year. It's the Chicago Bears. They have a tougher schedule in 2026, but if they have dreams and aspirations of getting further than they did a year ago, they're going to have to add more pieces on the defensive side, and particularly at pass rusher. They have Montez Sweat right now and Grady Jarrett at the defensive tackle position, but who else is going to rush the passer? They lost so much defensively, so I think at some point the Chicago Bears will be calling the Las Vegas Raiders to acquire Maxx Crosby.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, who doesn't? I think to Graz's point, this is something that takes place during the season. I think there are multiple contenders, the Bears being one. Look at the New England Patriots, the Philadelphia Eagles, teams that I think can use an extra pass rush depending upon how the season unfolds when we get to that trade deadline.
Okay, we will see. Maybe a lot of wheeling and dealing still to come.
Minnesota with him and Kyler Murray. There's two different senses of competition, right? Where the quarterback room is one heartbeat, and we all understand we're in the same room together, but we're in competition with one another, and competition's healthy. That's what you hear all the time from coaches. It's good to have competition. It brings out the best in everybody, unless the competition keeps you on opposite sides of the quarterback room, like you're two students in a classroom sitting apart, listening to the same teacher. That's how J.J. McCarthy described the
really odd
relationship with Kyler Murray. It's not like they're going to dinner together and they're all tight. Right? That sounds like, huh?
Well, also, we played those two because it was in contrast into what Kyler Murray said, which was, an 8-year veteran answer of, they're both working hard. He's trying to pick up what I'm saying. I'm learning from him. We're listening to coaching. It's really great. It's a good competitive room. Oh, cool. Great answer. Then we played McCarthy, and it was like, yeah, he sits on one side, I sit on the other side, and it's up to the coaches to coach us.
Yeah.
And we're just like, what?
It's like the Goodfellas thing, One quarterback goes one way, one quarterback goes the other way, and the coach is like, what do you want from me?
Pretty much.
So Kevin O'Connell was asked about this. Roll it.
I would just say that in the room and the actual day-to-day, the dialogue between those guys, the interactions have been very professional, and even more so than that, it's just been a positive room, and I think Carson has a lot to do with that as the veteran in the room. And obviously, I would never discount Josh McCown's extensive career as a player in those quarterback rooms and how he manages the room and engages with everybody in there. So I didn't make a lot out of it. I know there was some reaction to it, and that's probably not the first time there's going to be a reaction to those guys kind of, answering questions about the situation, and that's what part of the competition is all about. It's going to be, look, we're not trying to, there's no hiding anything. It's going to be, displayed on the field, and their teammates and coaching staff and the guys in this building have to feel conviction about the direction we go, and you do that by your daily habits and just improving.
I trust him, but you also heard him say it's professional, which means he did not say, oh, I'm not seeing what JJ's saying, because he can't undercut 9.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyler, I think, was just giving the professional answer.
Right.
But it's what's more likely? So what's more likely Friday? The way that Kyler says it looks like or feels like, or McCarthy?
I would probably say McCarthy.
Me too. You got a young kid who's just basically saying what he's thinking.
Yeah, because he doesn't know any better.
He does
like
better.
Not.
I don't know.
Maybe air those feelings.
I'm telling you, he probably also senses what's going on. He reads writing on the wall. The writing on the wall is you got somebody like Murray in your house at $1.something million a year. You're going to see what's going on with him first,
right?
Unless it's a complete disaster, which I don't expect it to be.
Thinking about this, guys, last year, breaking news, Seahawks, Patriots, Super Bowl. You know what those two teams had in common? Neither made the playoffs in 2024.
Okay.
Is it more likely that either the Seahawks or the Patriots get back to the Super Bowl this year, or a team that missed the playoffs in 2025 makes the big game here?
I'll go miss the playoffs in 2025 makes it. Absolutely. Certainly when there's one Mahomes, Patrick, who I personally eyeballed at the Big Slick over the weekend, coming back. And that's a team that missed the playoffs. Okay? So that's one of the teams that missed the playoffs. The Bengals missed the playoffs.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
The Ravens missed the playoffs.
Correct.
Right? Okay? Just for starters. The Jets missed the playoffs. I just wanted to say those words.
Cowboys missed the playoffs. Well, Raiders too.
Cowboys missed the playoffs. You know what I mean? Lions missed the playoffs. There's enough out there. There's enough material out there.
But is it likely?
It's likely that what team that missed the play more than the fact that we're going to get a repeat customer. What else you got over there?
Fair. The other big move this week, A.J. Brown. Our long national nightmare is over. To the Patriots. Guys, more likely Eagles wide receiver to have more yards and touchdowns this year. The old one, A.J. Brown. Or the current one, Devontae Smith.
Eagles wide receiver to have more yards and touchdowns.
Great photo select.
I'll go Eagles wide receiver. Former one. I'll go A.J. Brown in New England. Him and Drake May, man.
It's going to be nice.
Listen, Jalen Hurts throwing a deep ball to A.J. Brown. We've seen it work.
Yeah,
okay? Drake May throwing a deep ball. Kurt Warner came on this program last year. And again, Kurt's a sunny disposition guy, right? Everybody knows Kurt Warner.
Yeah, sure.
What a warm and fuzzy But that guy throws around compliments about quarterbacks like manhole covers. And he said Drake May's deep ball was akin to a handoff. So I'll go with that one. I'll go with that one, Chris. I'll go with A.J. Brown. Because I have no idea what the Eagles' offense is going to look like.
No idea.
Other than the fact that it's an every other year thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else you got, Chris?
A couple of wideouts got Piz aid this week. Wide receiver who got paid this week to have a bigger 2026. Drake London, Christian Watson. Drake. Christian Watson has put up some numbers.
I know, but he can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy. And I don't like putting that into the ether, but it's just
Drake London.
Speaking the truth. I will go Drake London. I'm excited to see what this Falcons offense looks like with Stefanski dialing it up, man. This is real. And it could be spectacular.
Tua throwing deep ball?
I might not even be Tua.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'd be surprised.
But Tua back where he made his first great deep throw of his life in that stadium.
Ain't that the truth?
Tua, by the way, the aforementioned Devontae Smith of this segment.
It was.
So I'll go Drake London just because of the fact, and I wish Christian Watson the best. Because not technically, Green Bay has a more decorated, veteran, proven quarterback than what Atlanta is putting out on the field.
No doubt about that.
Jordan Love here, and the other Atlanta quarterbacks here. But in terms of health and in terms of production, it's the other way around here with Drake London. What else you got, Chris?
How about this one, guys? You saw the news that Russell Wilson officially hangs him up. Had a nice video on social media about that. Ready for his new career at CBS. Quarterback that retired this year to make the Hall of Fame first. Russell Wilson or Phillip Rivers?
I'll go Phillip. I'd go Phillip. With all due respect to our colleague Stephen A. Smith, who says Russell is a Hall of Famer. Russell had a Hall of Fame beginning of his career. The last few years, I think, is going to stick in the mind's eye of a lot of voters, and it's going to be a difficult haul for a guy who did win one and Phillip didn't. I understand that. But if I had to guess, what's more likely? I would go with Phillip over Russ.
Neither guy first ballot, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
If Eli's not.
That was kind of my pushback to
come on
to some people who were saying Russ was.
You keep pushing.
Russ was a lot.
Keep pushing back.
I will.